Dallas Cowboys beat Buffalo Bills 52-17. Our man, Troy Aikman, is the MVP. That brings you all that you needed for this edition of Sports of Yesteryear.
All right. Thank you for that, Lugs. Wait, I got to ask about that bowling thing. Leo DeRocher? What is this thing again? What was that? What?
It was Jackpot Bowling, and he was the host.
Oh, my goodness.
He was known as the Lip.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know how long it lasted, but I think you could win upwards of $75.
just for good measure. Well, Leo famously, the first games in the Astrodome in the 60s, he was the manager of the Cubs at the time. He said, well, it's $1 million stadium with a 10-cent infield. That's what Leo said. Yeah.
Well,
he was a man of words. Anything else, guys? What else? Anything?
Before we go, I just want to make a note here. A fond farewell to Howard Hessman.
Yeah.
The Dr. Johnny Fever on the sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati. He passed this week. So he was 81, and that was a show for its time. And plus, it's Cincinnati, so you got to give him a hooday.
Hooday.
What about you, Dog? What else?
I don't want to save, I guess, all the comings and goings in terms of the new coaches and new GMs or whatnot for next podcast. I do want to say this because obviously he's not hired yet. I feel the hiring of Mike McDonald, he worked for the Ravens, I guess you'd say 2 seasons ago. And last season, John gave him to Jim to be the defensive coordinator. And he made a huge difference this year for the University of Michigan in winning the Big Ten. He is now back with the Ravens as the DC. I feel he would not snipe a guy from would not give and then pluck from his brother within a year if Jim isn't leaving. And he's been linked with the Vikings.
Yes.
So I'm just saying. I feel that he might be coming back.
I think that's the other shoe to drop. I completely agree. Jim Harbaugh to the Vikings. You heard it here first on Sports and Other Stuff. Anything else, boys?
Well, I was just going to say maybe next week we'll know, is Tom gone? Is he gone for sure? We don't know. So we can discuss that next week.
I hope it's like an old soap opera where it takes up until free agency. Like he hints at it and then he retracts and yells at reporters for reporting it, and then he finally comes out and says, "Yes, I am retiring."
I'll play some old organ music.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Well, all I know is that they say they're going to, no matter what, they'll have to keep him on the roster till June. But then he's dumping out on a 2-year extension on his contract, which could possibly mean he won't get that $15 million signing bonus. So anyway, it'll be interesting.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't have to have any benefits at the church picnic for Tom Brady, you're saying? You're good.
His wife will take care of him. I mean,
Yeah, I know. He's a kept man. Like Giselle, she's like, hey, just keep looking pretty for me.
Hey,
that's
Giselle,
all she tells Tom Brady. Keep looking pretty.
Can I have $15 allowance or what? Anyway, that's been Sports and Other Stuff. We have a new sponsor this week brought to you in part by Rose Auto Sales on Highway 51 North. If there's stickers not on the back of your car, you probably paid too much. Stop in and ask for Norm to get the Sport Weasel special. Or wait, better yet, stop in and ask for
Fish. And this week, Fish wants to thank everyone for their show of support for his wife, Trixie. To celebrate an early Valentine's getaway, Fish took Trixie to Tampa, Florida. Unfortunately, while there, the temperature plummeted, freezing cold-blooded iguanas, which dropped out of their treetop perches. Trixie was struck by one of the falling reptiles and had to spend a day in the hospital. Fish says she's well and doing fine. He told her she was hit by a coconut since she's deathly afraid of lizards, and he didn't want to jeopardize his annual trip to Florida for spring baseball. Our best wishes to Fish and Trixie.
Trixie, get well and join us again next week for another edition of Sports and Other Stuff.
Bam, bam, bam. That is unbelievable.